Okay, so we're still in the fresh phases of this Korg release, the Volca FM2. The number one thing that really stands out to me is that this thing sounds great. The presets are amazing. And that's a good thing because I'll be honest, I'm not really interested in crafting sounds within this thing. I find that it's a bit stiff, kind of menu divey. It's a very dense process, and I'm pretty sure that Korg is aware of that, which is why they've included this program random function. In fact, here, I'm gonna show you an example of that right now. So here's one preset. Turn that reverb down a bit. And then from there, I could go function, program random. And so I could just go through these until I land on something I like. In my opinion, this is sort of like a cheat code way around actually programming sounds within this synth. And so that brings us to the question of this video. Can the Volca FM2 ambient? If it can, how well? On its own, I think that it can, but to a limit, which we'll be exploring. As for effects, it's got chorus, like the previous Volca FM model. Let's bring that down to 0. Up. So that's full blast unison. Cool, and then it's got reverb, which is a new effects addition. So that's kind of the extent of what we're working with, but then when you include the SP-404 MK2, it brings it to a whole other level. And that could really be said about any piece of gear. The effects on this thing are... And of course, we'll be getting into that as well. This video is sponsored by DistroKid. If you're looking to distribute your music to major streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, they're on the cutting edge of social media and music promotion, and they distribute 1/3 of the world's music, so there's a reason for that. They're just one of the easiest to work with, and we'll be talking about one of their free promotional tools called HyperFollow, which is essentially a link in bio link later in this video. And this is a tool that I use across my social media. So let's see just how lush and ambient we could get with just the Volca FM2 alone. Naturally, I'm gonna head straight to the arpeggio function. I found a very FM-y ambient sounding preset that I like. It's called Glass Pad. One little trick I could give you that doesn't fail for ambient is stacking fifths. So F, C, G, D. Also, is mono on? Yes, it is. I'm gonna turn that off. What tempo are we at here? 120-ish. I'm gonna record that in. Let me just set this up. 1, 2, keyboard. Step 1 complete. Right away, I know I'm gonna turn this tempo down to maybe like 80-ish. Function, I'm gonna change the tempo subdivision to make it a much longer pattern as well. And then of course, arpeggio, I'm gonna turn that on. Let's play it. And I'll turn down the subdivision of the arpeggio as well. Right, so it's much longer movements. Let's try program random on that preset. Okay, we're getting somewhere there. Chorus and reverb. Might turn that unison off. There we go. Blast that reverb. I'm gonna save this right away, which is kind of a bit of a bitch with the Volca FM series. You have to save your patterns or else they get lost right away. So memory, function right, and I'm gonna make sure I write it here. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, function right, onto the next pattern as well. But I'm gonna clear this whole pattern. So the presets are all copied over, but I'm just gonna change one note. Right, so instead of stacking fifths, there's a 1/4 at the top there. So F, C, G, and then C again. You know what, we're gonna change that to an E. I'm good with that. This is hard to play on this keyboard. Make sure I do this right. 2, 3, Play through the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, and... Okay, so that ARP function is not on anymore, is it? No, I have to... There we go. So it looks like that didn't copy over, so I'll just try and match that with the last pattern. Same thing, function, memory right, I'm gonna save that, boop, and we could combine those two patterns together now. Function, or sorry, memory. There we go. So those should be stacked, let's do it. Mission accomplished, we've officially gone ambient. Of course, you could add some variation to this and take it to the next level by adding more patterns, but we'll keep it simple for this one. 2 patterns is enough for today. We don't really have any more control though over effects. This is where the SP-404 MK2 comes into play. The 404 is an instrument that I've covered a bunch here on YouTube. Here's a playlist in case you're interested. For those of you who don't know, it's like a DAW-less beat making composition effects tool. It kind of does it all. In terms of composition, it's light years ahead of all of the previous SP models. And for me, one thing that I've liked and that's remained consistent with all of the SP models is those multi effects. In the past, and even for this video, I was considering reaching for an ambient specific effects pedal like the Ecosystem by Empress, Reverb by Empress, or the Microcosm by Hologram Electronics. Those are all amazing pedals, but I don't know, I wanted to change it up with this. I feel like the MK2 is a bit more diverse in terms of effects. It just has a lot more to choose from. Most of these effects have 2 pages of parameters as well, so lots of control there. Many of which are great for ambient, and that's exactly what I'm gonna be showing you right now. The first one we're gonna look at is Hadou. Let's go. It's such a weird modulation. It almost feels like we're stepping into like a horror-ish realm. Let's switch it up. We're gonna go to Kodama. Tape echo, this is a classic. We gotta go with this one. One of the most clutch features about the MK2 is that you're able to combine 4 effects. So there's 4 bus effects. There's 2 that you have access to here, buses 3 and 4. Let's go to bus 3 and we're gonna add, where is it? Juno Chorus, where are you? Great, gonna go down to JX1, cool. And we're gonna change this balance to 0-100, so it's full blast. I'm gonna turn it off. On. A bit too noisy. And there's different choruses that we could choose from here. Personally, my favorite is this last one, so we're just gonna stick to that. After that, we have this bus effects button, which allows us to jump back and forth between two buses. So this is sort of like the performance effects part of the instrument. We'll stick to tape echo. I'm going to just dial in some parameters here, and we're gonna go back to this one here, the last pattern. So the double chorus sounds like it might be too much. So function, I'm gonna bring this chorus down to 0. Maybe change this, different parameter. That's nice, it's a lot softer. DJ FX looper. So this basically just loops the audio signal that's coming in. That's nice. Okay, so let's do that. DJ FX looper, and we're gonna go to maybe just straight up reverb, which is on page 2 here. Let's see what the reverb sounds like here. Change the type of reverb as well. I'm gonna go to Ambient. Off. On. Right, so that just kind of makes it a bit more lush. It opens it up. Okay, and then we could jump back and forth, right? So reverb is assigned here, DJ effects, let's mess with that. Change the speed of that. And so, yeah, let me know, did we achieve level 1000 ambient with this combination? I think we did. That being said, the combination of the MK2 with any synth, you could go ambient with it. It's kind of a secret effects box in that way. It's not used so much for ambient. It's more focused in the lo-fi beat making realm, which it does very well as well. You know what I'm saying? And now, let's talk about the old DistroKid. So one of the many free promotional tools that they offer is called HyperFollow. Essentially, it's a link in bio link. I use it across my social media. But first off, it's 20 bucks a year to release unlimited music to all major streaming platforms with DistroKid. And there's a 7% discount linked in the description of this video if you're on the lookout. If you're someone who's currently using a link in bio link and possibly paying monthly for that sort of service, like I was just a few months ago, this could be a great way for you to save money. You could claim as many landing pages as you want for free. Here's what it looks like. It's very clean. An option to embed your latest YouTube video, your latest single, all of your social links and other important links that you would like to lead people to as well. Another good example of how I'm using this, if you click on My Music, it sends you to a second HyperFollow page, which allows you to choose the streaming platform that you actually use to stream my music. One of many reasons to join DistroKid, they distribute 1/3 of the world's music. Crazy. And you guys know where to go for that discount. Description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. About 50% of you are not subscribers, so make sure to smash that subscribe button. Join the team. All aboard the synth train. I've left affiliate links for the Korg Volca FM as well as the SP-404 MK2 in the description of this video. If you purchase either of these pieces of gear or any gear in any of the descriptions of any of my videos, I actually make a small commission off of those sales. You don't get charged extra for that. It's free except for the price of the synth. And it's just one of the best ways to support what I do and keep this channel going. Keep the free synth content train coming your way. As always, thank you so much for watching and keep it synthy. See you soon.